everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play Greedfall. So, in the previous episode, we started another main mission and then found out that apparently we need Petrus for this mission, or at least we have to talk to him, because the noughts won't help us unless we help them, and they apparently have some kind of problem with the Teleme. So, let's ask Petrus about it.
My dear child, what can I do for you?
Well, tell me about the noughts' problems in San Mateo.
I had a meeting with Admiral Cabral concerning what we found in those ruins. She said she was bound by a pact that kept her from answering questions on the subject.
The noughts are nothing more than mercenaries of the oceans. I suppose that she wants something in exchange.
Effectively. She told me that her men posted at San Mateo met with some problems, and she advised me to speak to you. Does that make sense?
I believe I see what the Admiral is speaking about. Or rather, who. A few of our zealous brothers are overcome by their faith. You already witnessed it for yourself at San Mateo.
Indeed.
They look with a wary eye at all those who do not swear faith to Teleme, and refuse to express their faith openly. It is possible they have decided to target the noughts. We will need to speak with those on Teleme lands. And of course, seek out the Bishop Domitius.
So, the problem is of a religious nature. Well, figures.
I will see you later, Father.
Take care, my child.
Well, that was a weird camera perspective. I was suddenly inside the chimney, apparently. But okay, so we need to go to San Mateo now and talk to the involved parties, the Bishop and Commander Fernando. And I mean, since this involves the Teleme, I guess it would make sense to actually take him into my team for this. So Sierra will stay behind this time and Petrus and Vasco will join me. Okay, let's travel. To San Mateo as we go. Alright, here we are in San Mateo. So, where do we want to go first? I don't know. Governor Palace is over here. So, let's talk to the Bishop first. And I think I actually know how to get to the Governor's Palace. I'm finally starting to learn my way around here. If I remember correctly, the bishop was basically right next to the Mother Cardinal. Yes, he is.
What do you want from me, my daughter?
Lady de Sardet, emissary of the congregation.
Ah, the congregation still has the uncanny gift of surprising us. I am Bishop Domitius. I represent the Ordo Luminous on the island. What can I do for you?
Well, you seem to be a bit hostile. I guess you're still angry about your little conversion camp, huh? But this time I want to talk to you about your relations with the noughts.
I believe you have a few problems with the noughts who reside in the port.
We have problems with all matter of heretics, my daughter. And of course the pagan noughts would be among them. They are very secretive and have all sorts of strange rituals that they keep to themselves under cloak of mystery. The sorcery they employ to guide their ships is drawn from nature, just like the sorcery used by the natives. And to top it all off, and this is where it stings, we suspect them to be at the origin of the Malachor.
Really?
Whatever do you mean? How?
Have you ever once crossed paths with a naught suffering from the blood plague? Why are they spared? The only logical reason is that they are at its origin, calling upon various cursed rituals. It's as simple as day. I am certain that we will find clues of their rituals and their pagan idols in their stockhouses in the port.
What a nest of absurdities.
What other reaction would you expect from those responsible for the curse that afflicts us?
Very well. Let's just agree that these rumors need to be verified.
Anything else?
Look at Athena trying to salvage the situation, all diplomat-like. But yeah, me thinks the bishop doesn't really understand logic all that well, because if someone doesn't get a disease, then them being somehow the origin of that disease is most certainly not the only logical reason, right? As a matter of fact, I don't think it's a very logical reason at all. I do wonder, though, if it is true and that the noughts are indeed immune to the Malachor, or at least less likely to get the Malachor, or if this is just evidenced by anecdote. So he has never seen a nought with a Malachor before, so it must mean that they never get it, and that must mean that they are responsible for it. But if it is true and the noughts don't get it, or not as often as other people, then this certainly should be investigated, right? And I mean, not because I think that they are responsible for it, but I don't know, it might be something about their lifestyle, or the food they eat, or some of their magic or whatever that might cause this. And certainly someone else must have noticed this before, right? So has anyone ever wondered why, they don't get the disease? And maybe ask themselves, what are they doing right if they are less likely to get the disease? I mean, we are here on a completely new continent looking for a cure, and we haven't even looked at the people living at our doorsteps who somehow don't get the disease. Then again, the bishop could just be talking bullshit, and the noughts get the disease just like anyone else. Anyway, we now need to visit the noughts themselves and hear their side of the story. And I guess we can try to investigate their place, but I mean, what do we expect to find? Say we do find some pagan idols or whatever, that doesn't mean that they caused the disease, right? And wasn't it the Telemes theory that the disease was caused by a curse that originated on this island? So they really need to get their story straight, and I'm not going the right way here. How do I get to the North place? Okay, I think I can see the door over here. So, are you Commander Fernando?
Good day, Desade. How can I help you?
Well, you can tell me about your problems with the Order Luminis.
Your Admiral informed me that you've been having problems with a few citizens of Teleme. What more can you tell me?
Problems, huh? We're up to our necks and sinking with problems. Yeah, I even received threats to my own person. One of those high and mighty long robes dared walk upon my docks with talk of burning me at the stake. Burning me? Then 2 of my men up and disappeared, and I do not believe in coincidence. I wanted to ask for help from the Mother Cardinal, but she did not answer my requests for an audience. The games of politics are not my forte, and investigations even less so. Find my men. I implore you. More questions?
Well, I guess I can also ask him about the Nord secrecy. Of course, if they are so secretive, he probably won't tell me about it, right?
I met the representative of the Ordo Luminis, and he spoke of his fears concerning the Noughts.
That hardly surprises me. That man is full of pride and arrogance, and sees evil wherever he gazes.
That bishop is not made of milk and kindness, but his questions are intriguing. He suspects you to be somehow responsible for the Malachor, because you never fall prey to it.
Responsible for the Malachor? And how?
Through your magic. Some sort of ritual. Do you use a magic very similar to that of the natives?
I have nothing more to say about it. Those are merely the fantasies of a lunatic. More questions?
So, is it true that the Nords never get the Malachor? Because I feel that something like this would have been noticed already, like a long time ago. And I've never heard about this before, so this is an interesting revelation. But okay, well, this wasn't really much of an answer.
Thanks. I've got everything I need. The commander will probably not tell us anything more about the noughts' secrets. But the documents at the Harbour Master's office may teach us something new. If we can stay discreet.
Okay, so apparently we are trying to get these answers one way or the other. So, let's have a look at this. Okay, investigate the nought secret Domitius mentioned. Investigate the missing noughts. Yes, I suppose I will start with this one since it's just right over here. And since I'm supposed to be discreet, I guess it means, yeah, I have to hide and dress up like a nought again. So, I still have my sailor coat. So, let's put this on. Oh, is this not actually a door? Well, it is a door, but it's not a door I can open. Impossible to enter. Look for another passage and be discreet, or you will be attacked on sight and lose reputation with the noughts. So, will my code be enough, or do I actually have to crouch and stuff? I guess it can't hurt if I try to be discreet and not get seen in the first place. So, we have another door over here. Question is, how do I get there? I might be able to climb over this little wall. Okay, now let's be discreet. But I mean, this is not really where the door is. Oh, I probably have to go through here. There's like a fairly long corridor. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm not in the right spot here. Okay. Let's just go all the way around and back to this door, and I think this might be a way I can go around here. Okay, I'm back at this door, so let's try to use this passage now. Yeah, I think this might be where I need to go here. I hope I can reach the other door this way. And again, let's try to be discreet just in case. Well, apparently I don't need to crouch here. People don't care. But they might care as soon as I enter this building. Oh, we do have people in here. So, I need to go to the upper floor somehow. Yeah, we do have quite a few people in here. I hope it's going to be fine. Yes, I'm going in the right direction. There we go. That's the evidence I'm looking for. Orders from the Harbour Office to the attention of the noughts in charge of guarding the warehouses. It is crucial that the number of guards patrolling the most sensitive warehouses be doubled. Inquisitors in disguise were spotted in the area. They must be attempting to get inside. So, exercise caution and make sure not to let anyone inside these warehouses. Only the noughts are allowed inside. Our secrets must be protected at all costs. Okay, so I need to go to one of the warehouses.
This note speaks of a secret hangar. We should investigate, even though it's sure to be well guarded. That way, we'll know exactly what the noughts are hiding from us.
I can assure you we're not hiding anything reprehensible. But if you absolutely want to check it out for yourself...
Well, I'm glad you understand what I'm doing here, and And too angry about it. Okay, so we found what we need to know. Now let's get out of here. I can't just like jump out of the window. I mean, that would be a lot faster and safer. Okay, I mean, they're not looking my way, so even if my disguise is not working, I hope I can just easily go down here. Okay, the door is over here. I think it might have been this one. No, no. This one. Okay, there we go. Alright, I think we are safe here. And it's getting night. But I mean, we just have to investigate the warehouses anyway, so that shouldn't be a problem during the night either. Find and enter the Nord hangar. Oh, I guess this is the place where I have been the first time, so all the way back it is. So, let's see. This is the door to the warehouse. And, I mean, I have been here before, and I just walked past these guys, and they didn't seem to care. So, I think my disguise is protecting me. There we go. Search the Nord hangar. Okay, I can already see some stuff. Oh, look at this evil pagan artifact over here. It's like a looking glass.
I've already seen this type of engine in my uncle's court. It's used to spy upon the stars.
These objects are called sextants. Looking at the heavens through them, we can determine and track precisely the course of our ships.
Nothing magic or impure therein. They are nothing but measuring instruments.
Indeed. So, is this all there is to the Nord magic sextants? Anyway, let's keep looking. Admiral's notes. Please have the dolphin cry of the trident repaired as quickly as possible. Also make sure to replace the barometer. The one on board is not as precise as it should be. The crew was not able to steer clear of the storm in time, which cost us a sail. And be discreet. The Inquisitors are watching us. Admiral Cabral. I'm not sure what a dolphin cry is, but again, the rest doesn't seem magic at all. You have nothing to say about this? Okay, well, we do have second floor over here. And more incriminating evidence, I'm sure. Huh. Again, this looks perfectly harmless.
These machines are extremely complex. I've never seen anything like this. This one looks like it has a shouting dolphin etched into its side.
I wouldn't begin to know how this one works. It's a new model, invented recently. It's designed to measure the depths of the oceans. It's extremely useful.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. And what do we got here?
And that? It looks like a thermometer. And this other machine? Does it really predict the weather?
The second instrument is a barometer, and it does indeed predict where the weather is going to be. Nothing magic in it either, I can tell you that.
These instruments are incredible, and I would be hard-pressed to use them. But I certainly see nothing magic in here. Nor anything diabolical. For as long as they work and are really used, these instruments seem to be the product of science. And I have definitely found nothing related to the Malachor, nor a secret sect or cult. This Domitius has let his imagination and the taste of Naught's secrets get the better of him.
I don't think you realize the importance of what you have just seen. These instruments allow us to dominate the oceans and discover new worlds. Keeping this secret has enabled us to remain the only ones capable of navigating the high seas.
Everyone just thinks you use a magic of your own.
We were the ones that spread that rumor. It harms our reputation, but protects us from competition.
Okay.
And this story about the Malachor?
I have no way to explain why we don't catch it, but we're not responsible for it. I truly hope you'll reveal nothing of what you've discovered in this place.
Well, that is interesting. So the famous Nord magic is basically just common science. Or, well, not common, because they are the only ones capable of it. Then again, I mean, in a world where magic is real and just a part of the natural universe, why is there even a distinction between magic and science? I mean, the implication here apparently is that only certain people can do magic, and some people can do magic that other people can't, whereas science is something that can be done by everyone. So they claim it's magic because they think, well, if it's magic, then not everyone will be able to do it, and they will not even attempt to do it. But usually I would say, you know, if magic is real, it probably follows certain laws and whatever, and it can be studied and performed kind of like science, right? But okay, well, this is an interesting discovery indeed. Not sure what to do about this now. I obviously don't want to destroy the North's secret, but I also make sure that the bishop isn't doing anything against them. So do I actually have to do anything else for this part of the quest, or do I just...
The Ordo Luminis was completely wrong. We must find these missing noughts.
Okay, so I'm just going for the missing noughts now. Got it. Let's see, we have a bunch of people I can talk to, but before I do that, let's go to my quest marker here. Because as we've seen before, the game doesn't respond well to not doing quests in the proper order. So let's start at exactly the point where the quest tells me to. Which would be around here. But there isn't really anything going on here, so I'm going to assume they just want me to talk to the people we see here, right? So yeah, let's go and talk.
Good day. I am looking for several sailors. Some noughts that disappeared a few days ago.
Sorry, that doesn't ring any bells. But I did hear talk like everyone else on the port, but that's all. You should ask the Mage Inquisitors who have taken up lodgings here of late. They must have certainly seen something. We see them everywhere, and they spend their time spying on all that moves, especially eyeing all that the noughts are up to.
And what do these Mage Inquisitors look like?
They wear a very peculiar symbol.
We cannot question all the Inquisitors roaming around the port, especially considering what we've learned from Domitius. They must be doing everything in their power to discover the Noughts' secrets.
Yeah, I mean, we suspect the Mage Inquisitors to be responsible for this, so asking them probably won't be of much help. But maybe this guy can help me. Or girl, as it were.
Good day. I'm looking for two men, Noughts, that went missing a few days ago. Do you know anything about them?
Why? As a matter of fact, I do. 3 or 4 days ago, I was at the tavern having a conversation with a sailor, a nice fellow. He was telling these stories. He was drinking hard. He went outside for a moment to... You can imagine. And well, he never came back. He wasn't that drunk to have passed out. If it were that, we would have found him. No. Something happened to him. That's a fact. But I would be at a loss to tell you what.
If one of the sailors disappeared as he came out of the tavern, that's where we should go. If we find Inquisitors there, they'll certainly know more than the ones we see here.
Okay, tavern it is. Which would be all the way over here. Alright.
We're approaching the tavern.
If we want to eavesdrop on conversations, we should be discreet.
Oh dear, time for discretion again. Okay, let's go into stealth. And speaking of which, I suppose I don't need to wear the nought disguise anymore, right? So let's put on my standard armor. I would like to get a new one at some point, by the way, but so far I haven't really seen any really good pieces of armor that also look decent. Okay, so our Inquisitors are over here.
You again.
Well,
Why
so
am I
much
not
for being
surprised to
discreet.
see you implicated in this story of surveillance?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
A witness told me that you and others of your order seem to be spying on all comings and goings in the port. 2 noughts were captured not long ago. You had to have seen something.
You are mistaken, my daughter. You've been misinformed.
Oh, it's him again. We've seen him before. Yes, it's the guy who killed the native when we first came to San Mateo. Yes, I remember you. Provoke him. Allow Petrus to speak. Call upon the ecclesiastic hierarchy. Well, that sounds extremely exciting, but I always like to give my companions a chance to speak, so I think I will try that first.
You do know that lying is forbidden in the sacred texts. Lies from someone as pious as yourself.
Petrus. All politics. Why am I not surprised to see you playing the lawyer to infidels?
Remember your manners, Aloysius, and tell us politely what this is about. The Mother Cardinal will be most saddened to hear that you have shown aggression to an emissary, and you know she'll listen to me.
I do not appreciate this attempt at intimidation. But very well. Since you insist.
Well, thank
These
you.
noughts were arrested. We were forced to interrogate them to bring to light their pagan rituals.
It wasn't a sanctioned arrest, was it?
No. The Mother Cardinal is not aware. Not yet.
Look at
but
her face.
As soon as we have succeeded in making them talk and they have confessed their heresy, she...
Of course. Where did you take them?
The Coin Guard has lent us their jails and some men. We do not normally like to call upon the services of these brutes, but we have need of their skills and discretion.
These Inquisitors really do not realize the consequences of their actions. We will have to proceed with caution.
Well, now you have made her angry, like really angry. Anyway, apparently I need to get into the tavern now and look for our Nord prisoners. But how exactly do I get there? Sometimes these maps are slightly confusing to me. Alright, I found the entrance to the tavern. Finally. So, let's see. I need to go to the lower floor. Yeah, this is a big place, and parts of it is actually the coin barracks. But let's check the lower floor over here first. And let's see what we can find. Yeah, it may not be in this part of the building.
A feast for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen, and it's free.
Yes, yes, I don't want to talk to you again. Okay. There is some unexplored stuff in here, which is surprising. But hope this is the right way. Okay, apparently this is some kind of prison. So they got arrested and then they got put into the prison of the coin barracks. I don't know, can I just talk to someone here and resolve this situation? This place seems to be mostly empty. Lots of armors, but nothing really for me to do. Okay, guess our prisoners are here. Yes, indeed. Oh, are you the one in charge here? Can we talk, maybe?
Halt! You have no authority to go any further.
Well, we'll see about that. Oh, I don't really have that many options here. I can just bribe him or break through. And since I have a lot of money, I guess I will just bribe him. Sure, why not?
And if I gave you this so that you might go and have a little fun?
In that case, I could certainly look the other way for a while. But be discreet.
I'm always discreet. So, let's see. We have some Inquisitors over here. Ooh, lockpicking level 2. Yeah, I don't have that, even if I put on my lockpicking armor. Do I happen to have the key? Oh, I do.
Thank you. Thank you for getting us out of there.
Those Inquisitors are completely mad. They tortured us. They wanted us to admit to all manner of horrors. Stories of some demonic cult and curses of Malachor. I was of the firm belief that they were going to kill us. But you must make haste. They are planning some sort of wickedness.
They spoke of a great purification. And after that, they did this to us. It doesn't bode well. Not at all. I heard them talking about their headquarters near the palace. Maybe you'll learn something there of interest. Thank you again for freeing us. We'll be able to make it back to port on our own.
We need to discover what is behind this talk of purification, before they can execute their plan. Taking into consideration what we learned in the warehouse, it will not be difficult to convince the Mother Cardinal to intervene.
Look at that conspirative little group here. Okay, so we need to go to the headquarters of the Order Luminous now. I kind of remember where it is. And find out what they are planning. So, let's see. It's all the way over here. Okay. This'll take a while. Okay, here we go again. And I mean, the last time I was here, this place was completely empty. So I hope it's still empty and I can just look around with impunity. Okay. Don't see anything here. But I do remember your little torture chamber on the second floor. Is this the evidence I'm looking for?
Maybe
oh, well,
we
actually do have people inside here now. Alright. In that case, we will have to kill them. What a pity. Okay, take all of this stuff. So, what dirty secrets were you trying to protect? I mean, I kinda know what they are, but let's find them again. Here we go. Yes, I do remember this place. So, what do we got here? Message from the Inquisitor Bishop Domitius. The purification of the noughts will begin as soon as those we have in our jails will have confessed. We will have enough proof then to convince the Mother Cardinal to let us act. It is high time we eliminated these heretics who have been allowed to circulate our cities freely. Until then, stay discreet. We would be in a delicate situation if our plan were to be revealed too early. Which is exactly what I intend to do, because you are just terrible human beings.
We must meet with the Mother Cardinal urgently. Only she can put an end to this madness.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. And I mean, she was helpful enough when it came to the conversion camp with the natives. So I hope she will be helpful this time again. So, Governor's Palace is actually right over here. And maybe this will give her finally enough reason to get rid of that bishop. And maybe that Inquisitor Aloysius as well. So, yeah, let's talk.
Your Eminence, I salute you.
Lady de Sardet, what can I do for you?
A lot. Oh, cannot
I must
talk
leave
to her
you.
about it directly?
Naturally, Your Excellency.
Oh, I actually have to talk to him. Well, okay.
Yes?
Yeah, let's talk about your investigation.
I would like to have an audience with the Mother Cardinal to discuss the discoveries made during our investigation.
What is this about, Domitius?
Well, I don't rightly know.
Speak of the theory of the Order Luminis. Speak of the events. Reveal the discoveries in the reserve. Speak of the project to attack the port. Yeah, that seems to be the most important one. And again, since I'm not entirely sure if I can pick all of them, maybe I should start with the most important one.
I caught wind of a ridiculous scheme planned for the port by the Ordo Luminis, and I wanted to clear it up. I was able to get my hand on documents that effectively detailed an attack, a great purification. They were signed by you, Father, and included a contract where you enlisted the assistance of the Coin Guard to attack every Naught building and imprison every one of their men that could be taken alive.
Domitius, how could you? Whatever did you want to accomplish?
The Noughts are not believers. We should not be dependent on heretics.
Have you gone completely mad, Domitius? We are on an island. How could we not be dependent on the Noughts?
She has
I
a
want
point.
them arrested. Him and every member of his order. I will decide at a later time their fate. I thank you for bringing this business to my attention. Going after the Noughts. What madness. Without you, this city would now be drowning in chaos. Carry my best wishes to your cousin. His desire to maintain the peace on the island honors his house's reputation.
I will tell him, Your Eminence. Until we meet again.
Well, there we go. I even got some positive reputation with the Ptolemy for that. I didn't expect that. And I hope that I will get some good reputation with the Noughts as well for this, because, I mean, I just saved them from quite a bad situation, right? I'm still suspicious with them, though. But okay, I guess there's still more for me to do in this quest. Inform Admiral Cabral about the situation. Okay, so I just have to talk to her again. Yeah, sure, I guess I will do this today to maybe finish this quest. Alright, I traveled back to the port quarter and I'm right next to the Admiral, so let's talk.
De Sardet, what can I do for you?
Well, I think I have resolved your little problem with the Ptolemy, or your not-so-little problem.
I've settled the problem in San Mateo. Several of your men were imprisoned by the Ordo Luminis. The misguided brothers planned to attack the port. I had them arrested. They should no longer be a threat to you. The Order thought you to be heretics because of your tradition of secrecy.
The secrets. They often cut both ways. Therefore, I'm going to reveal to you another. We discovered this island nearly 2 centuries ago.
Okay.
A few decades later, we sold the discovery to your nation of merchants. Then, our closest allies. We transported some lords, men and merchandise. They began to colonize the island. The lords revealed themselves to possess a tyrannical nature and began to exploit the lands with a deadly passion. Their actions provoked a revolt of the natives, but also the very workers and craftsmen they had brought with them. The magic of the natives of Tir Freddy was awoken. Beasts came out of the woods and destroyed the new cities. Only a handful of lords and armed men were able to make it back to our ships. The losses were enormous. The humiliation, devastating. Your princes paid us well to keep their secret. They continued to make the occasional expedition. You are, in fact, a product of one of them.
What are you saying?
You must have had your doubts. You are the child of a native. You were born on one of our ships.
The child of an islander? But I know who my mother is, and...
I understand how difficult this is to hear. And I wouldn't know why your family has kept this from you all this time. In the end, we decided to sell the secret location of the island to other nations. The congregation, in spite of its fears, could not keep away. And here you are again. I am sorry for the shock I have caused you. You asked me for the truth, and now you have it. Anything else?
Well, I mean, most of what she told us is something we already knew, or at least suspected. You know, the merchant congregation in the north being here before, and Desade being of, like, native origin in some form. But I honestly suspected that it would be, like, several generations ago. And not that she is actually, like, born on a ship and her, I don't know, mother or father being a native, maybe even both of them. So it's far more recent than I expected. So yeah, this is rather interesting.
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral. I can't believe it. That for all this time, I've been fed lies. Did Constantine know? I must go see him.
My child, I understand that this revelation is upsetting. I wish I had the right words to comfort you. In any case, you do not have to be ashamed of your ancestry. This island is at the very core of all our fates.
I agree, and we will get behind this and find out what exactly is going on here. So I need to speak to Constantine about this. Sure, I think I have some time left in this episode. So I feel this is something we should do right away, because it's certainly important to Athena to know who her parents were. I don't know, maybe she's adopted and her mother is not actually her mother. And I wonder how Constantine is doing. I mean, the last few times we talked to him, he didn't look so well.
Cousin, you couldn't pick a better time. I've been taken with jitters, like a cat on a midday roof.
What are you waiting for with such anticipation?
I took your advice, you see. I've summoned one of these crows! He has been examining me for nearly an hour. I just barely escaped a purge. But I was given the mandatory bleeding. I so hate their little knives.
And so then, our venerable doctor, what is the verdict? The blood is black.
What does it mean?
Constantine, is this your blood? Constantine, answer me! Constantine, stay with me! Constantine! There is a chance he is in error. It might be something else.
Well?
I'm going to die.
No. No, Constantine.
Is it the Malachor?
I will die, like your mother. And the others on the continent. I'm dying. I don't want to die. I don't. Not so soon. It's so good. Cousin, I don't want...
Constantine, I am here. Pull yourself together. Out. Everyone out. It's an order.
Well,
Thank you, cousin.
There now. Are you better?
I don't know. You won't leave me, will you?
I'm going to find a cure, I promise you.
Didn't you promise the same thing to your mother? You know I'll be dead before you find one.
Don't say that. I will succeed. I've already some promising trails to explore.
I don't know, cousin. The tidings are so awfully dire. I'm afraid. So afraid. I doubt the reason for your visit was to console me in my tragedy. Tell me, what brings you here?
It can wait. It's nothing that cannot be dealt with later.
Yeah.
But please, whatever it is, it will take my mind elsewhere.
I was able to get the whole story out of the Admiral in exchange for a service. As our investigation was leading us to imagine, the congregation did once attempt to colonize the island. The noughts discovered it some 2 centuries ago and brought our people here a few decades later. But the enterprise to colonize the island failed completely. There were a great many bloody battles. Few colonists survived. The princes preferred to hide their defeat and paid the noughts to keep the secret.
That they hid the fiasco from the world, I get. But that my father said nothing about it to me.
That's not the most shocking part of the story. Believe me.
What do you mean?
The congregation continued to make expeditions to the island with the help of the noughts. According to the Admiral, my mother was captured from here during one of them. I was born on one of their ships.
What? But that means you are not...
Your fair cousin. No. All the lies that we've been fed since our tender childhood. The fable told I am the spitting image of my dead father, lost during an expedition. I don't know what to think, Constantine. Why did they do that to me?
I don't know. It's another one of their sly and dark orchestrations. Some vile intrigue. If it is of some comfort, no matter the true story, you will always be my fair cousin. You have always been the only one to care for me. You are my only friend. That's all that matters to me. Keep this discovery between us. No one needs to know. My aunt adopted you after all. Bring in the others. Let us speak of different concerns. That's enough bad news for one day.
I agree. I totally agree. Oh, what do you want?
Kurt, what is...
Dismissed, soldiers! Leave us. We have much to say.
What is going on? I don't appreciate this attitude, Kurt. Must I remind you that these men all answer to me?
Times change, Your Highness. Or rather, they're about to do so.
Is that a threat? What are you hoping to accomplish? Don't tell...
Silence! We have little time and none to lose.
Kurt, what are you talking about?
The commander of the Coin Guard is here in New Serene at this very moment. He's preparing a coup d'etat.
I knew
In
it.
the 3 cities of the island, our men are going to eliminate the governors and their entourage.
This is madness. How?
How? You'll go down as easy as plum pie and cherry wine. Standing behind every one of you is one of our men. You have entrusted us with your security. You are completely at our mercy.
Then why did you send your men away? And why are you telling us all of this?
I've known you both for a very long time. Too long. I've come to know you. To respect you. And I've never reneged on a contract. These orders go against all that I am. A cold-hearted mercenary, definitely. But never a traitor. And so now you are forewarned. You must take action.
Thank you, Kurt. I will not forget this. Constantine, we need to get you to safety as well as your counselors.
But I want to...
What? Take part? You can barely stand up. No, we must take you into the cellar.
If I've completely understood what you've said, Kurt, the governors of our cities are also in danger.
Yes. If you want to keep your allies, Your Highness, you also need to warn them.
Oh dear.
Correct. We cannot let them fall into the hands of these traitors.
I will find the means to send them a messenger. Do you know where your conspirators are?
It would seem I should be one of them. They are counting on me to eliminate both of you. The most urgent matter is to get our hands on the commander and his 3 lieutenants. The others are doing nothing but following orders. If we cut off their heads, they will fall into rank.
I always knew you were a good man.
Don't make me change my mind. We'd better be off. Now.
Well, here I am. I just wanted to have a little talk with my cousin about my origins, and suddenly shit hits the fan, and we have a little coup by the coin guard, which I sort of suspected when I read all the stuff back in their barracks. But okay, we need to do something about that, I suppose. So Kurt needs to be in my party, and I don't know, let's take Afra along. Doesn't really matter, I think.
We'll certainly have to fight some traitors at Torsten's behest on our way to the cellar. Stay on your guard.
Stay behind us, Constantine. You're in no condition to fight.
We must also think about the advisors, including your professor. And then we have to rescue Lady Mirange.
Okay.
We must hurry, before the guard can act.
Well, looks like we have a lot on our plate now, and this last scene lasted a lot longer than I expected, so the episode is kinda long as well. So obviously I'm going to make a cut here, and I guess we need to do this in the next episode right away, because this little coup is forcing our hand. So yeah, thank you for watching, I guess, and see you again next time.